All right, good afternoon, good evening, from anywhere you are joining from. It is good to meet again this evening. In our class today, we'll be looking into another aspect of UI UX design, where we'll be looking into how to gather all what we have done so far together and make it a design or the experience that we have had of within the little time that we've stayed together, we try to, gather them together and use it to make a visual appealing or design. So in today's class, we'll be trying to look into how to design a screen, whereby we'll be looking into how to design our splash screen, how to design probably time parameters. We still look into how to design for our login screen or sign up screen. So I'll be trying to share my screen shortly for us to just see what we have to do together. Okay. All right. I believe my screen is visible right now. Believe my screen is visible right now. So today, as I said, we'll be looking into this particular aspect of designing what's it called? Designing some screen. And we've talked about low fidel, we talked about high fidel, star guide, um, design system and all. But as I said today, we'll be looking into how to design our screen. First and foremost, we will try to look into how to design for our splash screen. Try to design how to design our splash screen. Just give me a minute. Please give me a minute. Give me a minute. Just try to do some things. Please kindly give me a minute. Okay. Okay. All right. This is what, like, let's go back to what we have to do today. First and foremost, I want us to just try to, to make our screen, to make what is it called? To make the logo of our design, the logos that we want to use on our splash screen. So I want to try to make this logo that we are going to use this evening. So we are designing for a banking product, and this is Bank. Click Bank, as you know, that is what we've been using before. So we want to like try to add fonts like weight to this, and the other time we try to create our star guide, and let's just say K. I think we are KB. Okay, KB. Let's just try to look for one header to make that, and again, let's try to just give this thing. Is the header small? Is this small? Think it's small. Let's just try to just cut this. Let me give it probably 50. Let's give it that way because I want something that will be visible. So, and again, we want to give this a color. So we can just give it let's give it our primary color KB. We have primary color already, so we give it a primary color, and let's give this probably let's give it a our successful color. Let's say KB. We have it here, and this is what we got here. So think I want to try to change. Let me change this color. Let's just try to okay. Now this is what we have here. We want to drag it into our interface here. This is representing representing our logo before. So, but we want to try to make the logo by ourselves. So therefore, we just try to just drag this one here, and we just put this one. Let me just try to reduce the size of this. Let's just try to give it. Okay, since we have star guide, let's just try to look for 1 KB. Let's make it 20. Let's make it a 25. Okay, and here we go. So here we go. Now I want to call in some, how to just get our icons. We have some plugins inside, what's it called? Inside Figma here. How to get, like, go about our plugin out. Probably plugin is actually places that we can actually get our resources from. Probably want to use icon, once you use some illustrations, so illustrators that you can just go to your plugin and just get whatever you want there. And this is how we get there. Come back to our tools, like, yeah, and you just click on this, and click on this way, and search for whatever you want to use. Me, I want to use icon 5, and I have my icon 5 here. So we're waiting for that to load. So once it load now, we try to look for what we want. For me now, I need mark. Let me just try to search for mark. Hmm. Okay, I think I fall in love with this. Fall in love with this thing. I click this and I just click on import as frame. I import it as frame and go back to my interface. Let me just look for it. Okay, let's click it here. Okay, I've seen it. So this is what I have. I have my this thing here. Sorry, let me just try to give it a color. So I'll be seeing it KB, let's give it text, so I can be seeing it this way. So I want to use a rectangle here now. Bring in my rectangle, and I just try to reduce it to. Let me reduce it to. Think, is it okay this way? Let me just try to reduce it to like 50, 50 by 50. So think I have 50 by 50 here, and let me just try to, you know, change the color to. I want to change the color of this to our primary color KB. So I want to give it a rounded corner. I want to give it a corner radius. Let me give it a corner radius of, let's check 20. No, 20 is too much. Let's just use like 5, corner radius of 5. And this is what we have here. And we want to drag this because this is going to be like our logo, part of our logo. I want to increase this. I want to increase this. Let's give this let's give it 40 by 40. Okay, 40 by 40. So I think 40 by 40 is not going well. Let me check 60, 60 by 60. So we have 60 by 60 here, and I want to drag it in here. Okay, I think it's going well like this. And again, try to I want to try to give it a stroke. I want to give it a stroke of white KB. I want to give it, let me just use this. Okay. No, it's giving let's give it a stroke of YKB. Think, okay, let me try to just, let me set 2. Think, so I have it here. So this is what I have here now. Just want to move it a bit, and after that, I want to drag this. I want to I want to auto layout this now. I click on this, and I click on this, and I click Shift Enter. And after that, I want to, I want to just try to just this one. I want to group them. Just go click group selection. I click group selection this way, and I select them. And I want to just auto layout this together. And this is what I have. So after that, now, oh, sorry. So now I want to just set this very well. I want to set this very well. Okay. So now let's just this also. So now I want to move this down like this. Okay. I want to move this down like this. Let me just align them together. I want to align them and group them together. Now I have them being grouped. So I want to just center them, give this a center alignment, and it's messy, it's coming messy. So I have them here. Sorry. So I think they're looking nice this way, like this. So I just try to put it this way. Okay. I have them here. So after that, I can just try to write whatever content I want to write in here, smart banking. I can just give it this arrow, and after that, I will just try to you know, uh, just try to just can put get started here. Let me try to copy one of this thing that we designed yesterday. Just put get started here. Delete this. Okay. Just put get started. Edit this. We are reusing this thing now. Say get started. Okay. Now we have get started here. I click on get started and we come back here. Now we can just try to give this give it its own color, background color, say KB. Where's the background color? I think we have this as the background color, or let me just try to look here and get our background color. Okay, we have this as background color. Copy it. We have it as style guide already. So I just try to highlight the screen, and I drop the background color here, and this is what we have as the color. I can just before we move further, let me try to set the layout. So I want to set layout. Let me just pull on, and let's set the margin as 16. So this is what we have here now. Okay, this let's put it at center. So this is what we have here now. So we can just go to the other screen, and once we get to the other screen, we just try to let me move this down, and let's try to just let me try to give it its own color, background color, and this is what we have. And I want to just go back to let me try to give it a grid so you can know how to position whatever we are designing. So now this is our grid. We drag this down like this, okay, and just delete this. Just try to look for illustration that we can actually use. Please, just a minute. So we just try to look for illustration here. Right, let's try to see. Let's try to just check for some illustrations that we can actually use. Let's say free. Let's say let's check for blush. Okay, let's go. Let's come here. Blush illustration. I think here we go. Okay, let's click on this and let's run it because it's something that I've not used before on this. Or if we cannot get, let me just try to use the one that I do use always. Let's use story set. Let me use story set, text, story set free. Let's check this. Let's check this. All right, let us wait for the plugin to run. So once it runs now, we try to look for pictures that we can actually use on the screen here. For us to just have a kind of illustration on this one. So as we are waiting for that to load, we can just, all right, please, sorry. So this illustration is that's loaded now. So you can just search for something like uh let's say easy money, easy money. Let's search for that. There's no result for that. Say let's say digital bank. Okay, let's just use this one with POS. Okay, so we just drag it here. You know, we just drag it. This is our illustration. We drag it here and let make it fit the screen. Okay, it's just an illustration that we make users to know what we're actually talking about, and let's use our alignment, and that is all for that. So before that, now I want us to work on this. Okay, I want us to work on this. Now this is an active screen. I want to give this one a color. Let's say KB now, and this, let's just give it another color. Let's give it the color of card KB. This color code card, give other this one. Let's give it the same color KB card. So now I want to align them together, you know, shift A. And after that, let me just try to give it more gap. Let's say gap of 40, and let's center it. So this now, I will try to duplicate this now. Okay, I duplicate this. Okay, now I want to just remove the auto layout there. And I want to bring this back here and drag this back here. Drag this one back to the middle. This, this, this auto layout. Okay, now I will move it back to what? I will move it to this one now. Okay, but before I do that, let me just try to, okay, let me do it that way. So since we are using it this way before, so now I have it here. I have it here. Or let me do it this way because just want to save our time. Delete this one. I want to duplicate this. Okay, so I delete this, bring this back here. Okay, delete this, bring this back here. Sorry, bring this back here. Or let me just, we need to put it exact place that it. Let's cut this one and place to replace, paste to replace. So I paste this one to replace. We can just search for another illustrations that maybe let's use this. Let's use this and just delete this. Okay, bring this illustration here back. Try to resize it to fit our screen. Okay, so we bring it down here. Okay, let's use our alignment to fit it at center. So after that, we have the third screen. We have the third onboarding screen. We can just duplicate it and get it here. So now let's try to just look into our login, or let's look into probably sign up screen or login screen. Okay, so we delete all the content that we have on this. Okay, I believe you are with me. Believe you are with me. All right, now we want to start the design of our login screen. We can just try to just beautify our screen more better. Let me just try to look into what we can actually do. Let's check this out. Okay, So therefore, let me just drag this. Okay. I want to drag this just to make just want to, let me say 300. Sorry, 300, 300. Okay. So 300, 300. I will just try to just, okay, let's do it this way. Let's use a kind of rectangle here. And I just try to manage this, drag this way. And I try to, you know, try to make down here, just move it up this way. And let me just give this a corner radius of, let me give it a corner radius of 20. Let's see how it goes. Okay, let me just give the hop alone, corner radius. Let's click on this and change this one to 0. And again, we have the hop alone that have corner radius. So after that, now we want to try to have our sign in screen. Let's just try to just use our rectangle and click this way. And in a banking app, what are the things that we need there? The banking app, what are the information we need in the input field? So think input field, let me just make my input field 48. So right. So let me just give it my input field. Let me just make it let me give it a stroke. Let me search for colors to make it a stroke. Okay, I think, and I want to give it a corner radius. Let me give it a corner radius 20 if that will be okay by me. Oh, let me give it 30. Okay. Okay. Let me check what is going. Not liking it this way. Let's just give it a 10. Let me check 10. Okay, I think I love 10. So what are the informations that should be in our input feed? So let's just try to, what are the information? Let's say information like, okay, information like let's say um enter register mail. Okay, let's say enter account number. Okay, okay, duplicate this. What else? Let's say enter BVN BVN number. Okay, let's duplicate this. What else again? Let's say enter registered phone number. Okay, registered